Hey y'all, how's it going? I'm Joy, that is Steve, and we are back with the NFL predictions versus. It is time for Wild Card Weekend and Monday.
Actually, uh, technically, they call it the Super Wild Card Weekend.
Yeah, that's a stupid decision on their part, and I'm a traditionalist, so I'm still gonna call it Wild Card Weekend. But
Yeah.
y'all know what it
Uh,
is. We've
ob-
got 6 games on the schedule, so it is
Obviously,
time for
it's
the playoffs.
there was only one bye week in each conference
Yeah.
instead of two.
hmm So it'll be helpful, scheduling wise, I suppose. But I'm very nervous for the start of the postseason.
Mm-hmm.
So, why don't you wrap us up from last week and give the records?
Okay, so
I did send you
obviously
those, I
you and
think.
yeah,
Okay, good.
obviously you and I finished 8-8 there, and
Mm,
how did John do?
I went 9-7.
Oh, 9-7. Okay, right.
Yeah, I think John went, was it 12-4? I think he did.
Wow.
Yeah, he destroyed us last week. I
Yeah.
have the clipboard for the total records. I could have swore I
Okay.
sent you them all. All right. So for the clipboard standings, we have first place myself with 175, 96, and 1 on the season, regular season. John with 173, 80, 98. I can't read, and 1 in second place. He only finished 2 back from me, which is scary
Mhm.
positioning. And then 162, 109, and 1 leading it off, which is still a
Yeah.
very respectable record. I think John was saying that it was just under 60% win
Mhm.
percentage on the year. So
Yeah.
that's very impressive.
True. And obviously, we should congratulate you for finishing first place in the regular season.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm still concerned with the postseason, but I'm very pleased with how the regular season went. It was a really crazy year, from ties to protocols being broken to upsets. It's been weird.
Yeah. A non-stop roller coaster ride,
Yeah,
basically.
indeed it was. So
Hmm.
last week, we didn't do things correctly and forgot about the regret of the week and the game of the week, in our opinions. So, why don't you start us off with your two respective picks, and then I will follow suit.
Okay. Obviously, my game of the week was Miami beating New England there. Uh, obviously, finishing strong in the end of the regular season, eight, 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 winning 8 in the last 9 games. But unfortunately, that didn't save Brian Flores' job there in
Yeah,
Miami.
I am very confused by that decision. Most of us were. We were talking about it in my Discord server, link down below, and I'm just very baffled at the call.
Yeah,
He's been doing very well for you in the last 2 seasons.
yeah,
Tua had some stability. They were moving forward,
yeah.
and that apparently wasn't good enough for ownership. I don't know what their plan is going forward. You were thinking they're going after Harbaugh, right?
Yeah, most likely they really want him as a coach there, and then once that happens, I'm thinking they'll probably dump Tua and bring in Deshaun Watson from the Texans.
That would be very interesting. We should clarify it was Jim Harbaugh out of Michigan, not John
Mhm.
Harbaugh out of Baltimore. But
True.
um, last I heard, any rumor mill, Jim Harbaugh was slated to go to the Raiders. I almost said Oakland. Um,
Vegas.
yeah, Vegas Raiders. But
Yeah,
I I don't know. The entire coaching carousel is going to be really interesting. I don't see him in Miami quite as much. I don't think that he fits that vibe. And I think that the best landing place for Deshaun Watson would be going home to Carolina because Tua's already
Okay.
solid in Miami. But if whatever coach they bring in is going to want to make a change, then I don't think Tua's going to have a hard time finding a landing
Yeah.
place. And now that
To say
Houston
there.
fired David Culley today, as of recording,
Yeah.
so
Not.
we don't know what they're going to do
Um,
from a QB perspective either. So
yeah.
I don't know. The whole thing's gonna be weird. What was your regret of the week?
The brand of the week there is obviously trusting the Giants there to beat the Washington football team, which was a huge clown show there.
Yeah, that it was. That one was that was an interesting game.
Yeah.
um, Game of the week for me is probably gonna be the Lions game, even though I didn't get that one right, and I should have because I was going to go with Detroit just to kind of cap off my year as a fan,
Yeah.
but I couldn't really take that risk with John
Mm-hmm.
coming up quick
Mm-hmm.
behind in the standings,
True.
so I had to play it safe, and
Yeah.
I regretted not picking them. Also,
Yeah.
Bengals and Browns was my regret as well.
Yeah.
But
True.
biggest regret, John and I both agree on this one, was not calling your audible on the Miami and New England game because that was really, really good.
Yeah. And
But
obviously one I forgot to mention one other game there for game of the week there. It's obviously the Chargers and the Raiders there going to overtime there.
the Chargers were dumb because
Yeah.
they were going to tie. It was
Yeah.
mutually agreed upon and understood they were going to tie and both get in, and then they were dumb and called a timeout so that the clock wouldn't run out, and then that
Yeah.
gave the Raiders a chance to kick the game-winning field goal in overtime. So a questionable
True.
decision,
And put the Steelers in the playoffs.
right? And speaking of the Steelers, that would be another game of the week for me. Was them and Baltimore,
Mm-hmm.
mainly just because of T.J. Watt tying, should have been beating,
Yeah.
but tying
Yeah.
the sacks record. So
Yeah.
kudos to
True.
him
Tying
with,
with Strahan.
yeah, one of my favorite players in the league. So I'm very happy that
Yeah.
he got that. But of
Mm-hmm.
course he's a Watt brother, so of course he's a favorite.
Yeah. True.
All right. Is there anything else that we've missed from last week that we
Uh,
needed to cover?
yeah. I just want to make a clear statement there
Sure.
concerning that concerning that concerning something I said during the video there for Black Monday there. I like to apologize on to all Detroit Lions fans for saying there that their coaches will be fired there. It was a dumb decision by me, and I apologize to Joy and to all Lion fans that commented on the video there. I hope you all can forgive me for that. Thank you.
You are forgiven. It was just not being in Pride kind of can skew perspective a little bit. But if you
Yeah.
see the videos of them from the locker room, like
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
comment on the video said, the players are clearly behind him. They
Mhm.
they love the guy. Ownership loves the guy. So
Yeah.
legit hack source 23, by the way. Thank you for that amazing comment on that one because we 100% agree. He was
Mhm.
beloved by everyone involved in the decision, so there was no way. And I'm looking forward to next
Yeah.
year as a fan. It's really fun.
Yeah. So hopefully all other Detroit Lion fans watching the video can forgive me for that.
We got you. All good.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So
Okay.
you
With
ready for
that
wild
done,
cards?
turn to the playoffs.
All right. First up, we have the Raiders at Cincinnati with Joe Burrow this time because he was
Yeah.
sitting last week.
Yeah. True. There. Yeah. Hopefully all his injuries are healed up. His finger and if he had a hamstring problem there. So,
Yeah, I hope so.
yeah, yeah, and obviously the Raiders there, as we discussed, were winning it on the last second field goal in overtime there.
Mm-hmm. Which
Like
again,
they
the
all.
fact that they chose to just win it and go in
Mm-hmm,
because they like I think that's what John and I were talking about. They knew where they were going to be seated,
mm-hmm,
so they just decided, you know what, if you're going to give us the win, we may as well take it.
yeah, true. And
Understandably so.
obviously, Ben Roethlisberger should be on his hands and knees thanking the Raiders for getting them in the playoffs.
I don't know if I would, to be honest. If I'm him, I would have been content just to end the season as a
And
winner
go
and
and
retire.
go out. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Like that would have been the best case scenario is a tie with the Raiders and the Chargers because then Big Ben can kind of go out on top, beating a division rival, got almost got you to the playoffs, but now he's got to
Mm-hmm.
go on the road and hope to survive another game.
Yeah, but this week I think the Bengals at home there will beat the Raiders there. Hopefully by more than a touchdown. Hi Dino.
How do you know? Do you agree? I don't care what you say. I agree. I'm also taking Cincinnati. I think that the Raiders kind of backdoored their way in, but I do think that if the Raiders can end up winning, that you have to at least give that coach some kind of a thought going forward, because he's basically taking an unknown. Hi, Dino. How are you?
I think the cat just turned his head there.
Oh dear, you're you're scaring his cats. Just so you know.
Yeah. He's like where's that sound coming from?
Heck, if we ever know.
Yeah.
You you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Nah, I'm asking Dino if he's okay. All right, I guess we're fine. Anyway, I'm also taking Cincinnati. They're a more high-powered team.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna trust the run game, and I think that the Raiders lucked their way into it in a way. So
Mm-hmm.
I am in agreement.
Yeah.
Next up, we have a very frigid game between New England and Buffalo in Buffalo.
Yeah. Uh, Obviously, we remember the last time they played in Buffalo. There, it was a rainy, windy one.
Yeah,
There,
the weather was a problem back then too, and it was a Patriots victory
yeah,
because
obviously
Buffalo didn't have a very strong run game, and you
yeah,
kind of need that when you're facing the elements. So
true. And obviously, they're saying this could be the second coldest football game in his playoff history. There,
I love that idea. If it is, that makes me really happy because that's my favorite kind of football to watch. Is just
yeah, watching them play in the snow.
yeah, smash mouth snowball
Yeah,
is my favorite style of
mm-hmm.
play. It's really hard to play.
Mm-hmm.
Minor experience from when I was growing up. We used to play when it was like in the teens outside, and it hurt. Getting
Yeah,
hit hurt. Trying to throw the ball hurt. Catching it hurt even worse.
mm-hmm.
So it takes a lot to play in those kinds of conditions, and I
Yeah,
thoroughly enjoy seeing it, and I respect the players for playing on a team that's always in that kind of environment.
yeah. So obviously, this will be a fun game no matter what.
Hmm.
Yeah, I, I'm thinking it could be a close game there, and this time it's going to be a different outcome for me there. I'm going Bills over the Patriots there.
I agree, but I so wanted to take New England. I really did because of how it happened last time, and I think that they're better conditioned for the
Yeah.
conditions. And the fact that Buffalo doesn't really have a really strong run game, and they kind of rely on Josh Allen a lot, I would be concerned.
Yeah.
about that, but I do think, and at least I hope, that Buffalo has learned their lesson and that they're better prepared for the environment this time, especially being at home.
Yeah.
So hopefully they've put together a better scheme for that, and I'm in agreement. Unfortunately, I honestly think that New England has this one, but
Mhm.
I wanted to play it safe and go with the home team and what looks better on paper
Yeah.
because my record. So,
Yeah. Mhm.
but I want to go on record as saying that I do believe that New England has this one, but
Yeah.
I had to be safe.
Yeah.
Next up, I highly doubt that we are going to disagree on this one. We have Tampa Bay hosting Philadelphia.
True there. Obviously, with the Bucks there, hopefully, they'll they'll have a better receiving game there. All they have left is Evans and Gronk there catch the ball there.
I mean, they have Harriman,
Yeah.
and they signed somebody recently. Who was that other kid? I forget his name. Josh somebody or other from Buffalo got signed
Yeah.
to the practice squad, so they might call him up. SDS is a Tampa fan, so he can let us know down in the comments what their receiving core looks like, and just don't say garbage because we know, but like what their
Yeah.
actual players are.
Yeah.
Because I know that
Uh,
Gronk is good enough to go. Mike Evans
mhm.
had another 100-yard reception season, so
Yeah.
he's solid.
Yeah. Obviously, their receiving game went down top tick there since they got rid of Captain Cuckoo Bananas.
Yeah, but I mean, but at the same time, the fact that Cuckoo Banana's replacement is the one that won the game for them when he
Yeah.
did
True.
his Cocoa Puffs thing going off the field. When he did that, they just replaced him with just some guy, and
Yeah.
that some guy went out there and got the score for him. So I think that they will make do with what they have, and it's going to be interesting to see them not quote unquote to buy a championship this year like they did
True.
last year. So I
Yeah.
think Brady having to work with what he's
Mhm.
dealt will be very interesting, but not in
Exactly.
this particular game,
Yeah.
especially if they're expected to get Leonard Fournette back as well, who's also a passing threat or
Yeah.
receiving threat, I guess technically. But he
Yeah.
can run and he's really good coming out of the flat. So I think he's going to get a lot of touches in this game
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
of their weakened receiving core. But I don't think that the Eagles really have much of a
Yeah.
shot in this one.
Yeah. Uh, I hope Jalen Hurts comes up with a new game plan if that's the case, because all you'll be seeing is the Bucks defensive core.
Yeah, which is still fairly decent, I believe. Again, I don't know the injury status of the main players on defense, but I know they still have Sue, and I've always enjoyed Sue.
and and JPP there.
Oh yeah, JPP is there. I don't know if Levante David is hurt or not, but I remember he was on a list once. I don't remember if he's back or not. Again,
Yeah.
SDS, we are talking about your team, so if you would like to chime in
Mm-hmm.
down in the comments, you are more than welcome to. But
Yeah.
are we both taking TB?
Taking the box there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. I figured, but I had to confirm.
Yeah.
All right, this game scares me too.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we have the 49ers at Dallas.
Yeah. Obviously, Jimmy Garoppolo there. We don't know his finger injury there.
Yeah, I'm anticipating them to play Lance,
Yeah.
but
That's
I think that they're going to probably play him and then have Garoppolo come and save the day, quote unquote,
yeah.
once Lance gets himself in some trouble.
Yeah.
So the usual QB scheme for them.
Yeah. And obviously the Cowboys are back on track there. So this could be a huge worry for the Niners there to deal with Dak and Zeke and CD Lamb.
Yeah, I did see that Zeke was going to be back to full capacity now, so
Yeah,
I'm hoping that kind of helps. But I'm
yeah,
I'm concerned with like Boza and the
yeah,
defensive front of the
yeah,
Niners, especially being on the road.
yeah.
So I'm concerned with this game because of what I picked, and I still think it's going to go the other way. But I had to do it.
Mm-hmm. And well, obviously, I think this week. That's just my opinion. I think the Cowboys will romp the Niners there, probably by 21 points there.
Wow.
So,
Okay,
so I
I'm not going to go that far with it. I do think that they have. I mean, I went with them to win the Cowboys, so I am in agreement with you. But I don't think it's going to be as big of a beatdown as everyone is
yeah,
thinking
yeah,
because San Francisco is not Washington. San
yeah,
Francisco is not Philadelphia.
right,
San Francisco is more of an Arizona, and Arizona gave Dallas a lot of
yeah,
fits.
yeah,
So it reminds me of that quote
mhm,
from when Miami lost to Tennessee. Sometimes it takes facing a playoff team to realize that you're actually not one.
true,
And so now that Dallas is going to be facing actually good competition,
true,
we'll see how dominating they can actually be. I don't
true,
think that they're going to be,
mm-hmm,
but again, per like with Buffalo, I decided to play it safe on this one, even though I'm very, very tempted to take the
mm-hmm,
49ers, and I'm kind of pinning my record's hope against John on this game. So if
yeah,
Dallas lets me down, that is going to be the biggest regret of the season
yeah.
because John took the 49ers. So
Okay.
I'm
Oh,
I'm I'm concerned.
I'm I, I'm going to be prepared for whole pile of negative comments there about my point spread there. The
I
Cowboys
yeah,
win.
we'll see. I don't know about negativity, but I am looking forward to some feedback on that because like I don't know, like I can see both scenarios actually happening, but also I just don't see Dallas as a dominating force in the league.
Okay.
So we'll see. We'll see who's right on that one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next up, the aforementioned Steelers. T.J. Watt going to Kansas City to try to chase down Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. Obviously, Ben Roethlisberger's play, playing career is extended by one game there.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
I still think that he should have just been able to retire and have been happy, but the Chargers had to be dumb and ruin that. So
Now, obviously, TJ Watt there did, did well last week. They're getting the sack record there, the tie Strahan.
he does well every time he's on the field. I love watching him work.
Yeah, true. And and obviously, it's going to be tougher for them this week. They're Patrick Mahomes there, and the Chiefs there are on a bit of a roll there.
A little bit,
Mm-hmm.
just a little bit. But again, it's also like the kind of competition that you're facing as well, similar with Dallas. So
Yeah,
I'm interested to see if they're gonna sneak by the skin of their teeth, or are they gonna be a dominating team? Because look what happened with them and Denver.
yeah, true. So I imagine we'll both be in agreement though and take the Chiefs.
Yes, 100%. I think this is where Big Ben's career can finally kind of wind down and he can kind of go away.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, again, because as much as I would love an upset here, I just
Mm-hmm.
don't think that the defense is going to be enough to stop Mahomes and Hill
Yeah,
and Kelsey. Kelsey especially.
yeah,
But I'm from the Steelers' standpoint, I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of production TJ Watt has and how many yards Harris can get because I like him as a runner as well. So I'd like to see them use him a little bit more in this game.
yeah.
Kind of take some pressure off of Ben if they can, and just let Harris run with it.
Mm-hmm.
But that being said, I agree with you on Chiefs.
Yeah.
All right. Final game is going to be a fun one. And of course, it's Monday because why wouldn't they put them on prime time?
Yeah.
We have Arizona at the Rams.
Yeah. For the first time in history, there is going to be a playoff game on Monday Night Football there.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun. I mean, it doesn't surprise me that they would do that because ratings, and that's why they expanded the schedule and the season and all that as well. But in this matchup especially,
Yeah.
it deserves the prime time.
True. Yeah. And hopefully, my favorite show will be on during that. They're Peyton Eli there doing their show.
Hmm.
I love watching those two there debate there and bring in celebrity guests there.
Hopefully, not someone who's going to be playing the following week because we know how their curse tends to
True.
go. So,
Yeah.
unless you guys want to bring on Aaron Rodgers, that would make me happy.
Oh, whoa, whoa.
Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they'll probably bring on the guy who interviewed him on Tuesday there instead. There probably Pat McAfee there.
That'd be fine. He's not going to be involved. Just leave Derrick Henry alone
Yeah.
and bring in somebody else that's playing. If you're going to bring in an actual player,
Yeah.
just leave the king alone.
Yeah. But this one's going to be a tough one for me there because obviously Stafford and the Rams there, they really struggled there on the last game of the regular season against the Niners.
They did. They had it won in the first half. I don't know what exactly happened with them outside of Sean McVay being an interesting coach, running
Mm-hmm.
onto the field and celebrating like he's one of the boys.
Yeah.
But they really blew it in the second half, which again, Stafford gonna Stafford, so
Yeah.
we
True.
can come to expect that. My thing on the Rams is how much they've struggled in prime time this
Yeah.
season
Yeah.
because they've always kind of found a way of losing the big market kind of games from Sunday Night
Yeah.
Football to Monday Night Football to division rivals. They've when the
Yeah.
pressure's been on and it's
Yeah.
been a giant audience, they haven't really been able to perform all that well,
True. And
regardless of how much star power they went out and bought.
yeah. And obviously, this could be a game which Kyler Murray could come out big there, like he did against the Cowboys there.
Possibly, but I don't think that they're going to have the officiating backup in this
True.
game like they did in Dallas. And more importantly for me on Arizona's side of things is JJ Watt is coming back.
Yeah. That's
So
another
that is
weapon
going to
there.
be quite the difference maker. And it's been proven if you can get to Stafford and rattle him, then you've got this thing pretty much on lock. And you can't block everybody. So
Yeah.
someone's going to get loose on that line.
Yeah. But I'm going to pick a little bit of an upset there because I don't I don't think the Rams will be strong enough this week there to take out Kyler Murray and his weapons there. So I'm picking the Cardinals, but only by a field goal or less.
Wow. Okay, cool. I actually agree with you. I thought we would split that one for sure. But I'm taking a bit of an upset. Arizona's really good on the road. Fun fact: the only road game that they've lost was to Detroit.
Yeah.
So, yay!
You're happy about that.
Very. Because here's the thing: we showed everyone how to beat them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good. I'm very happy about that. Regardless of how the season ended, I'm pleased with their output overall. But anyway, enough of fangirling over my home team. I'm going with Arizona because they are on the road. They're going to get JJ Watt back.
Yeah.
And I just think that from a story perspective, the Rams getting bounced in the first round after going out and buying up all that mega talent to
Yeah.
have this be the year is
Yeah.
hilarious. And
Yeah.
I kind of want to see it happen. I pull for Stafford, of course. I'm always rooting for him because of what he did here, but
Yeah.
it's just going to be really funny to have
Yeah.
all of that
I,
star
I
power.
would laugh if yeah, I would would laugh if OBJ landed it in his face there.
Yeah,
There,
exactly that too,
that
because
would be
he snubbed. I believe it was,
Cleveland.
yeah, he snubbed. Well, yeah, well he left Cleveland because well his dad, Diva Dads, yay. He snubbed Green Bay, and I believe he snubbed
Mm-hmm.
Seattle to go
Yeah,
for a one and done essentially kind of deal to get a Super
yeah,
Bowl in
yeah,
LA. So if they get bounced in the first round, and I hope that it comes from a dropped pass to him in the end zone, because
yeah,
that's going to be even better.
yeah,
Maybe it's like an overtime or something,
yeah,
and that's just Disney movie ending kind of style would be amazing.
yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
I'm in agreement with you surprisingly, and I'm taking
Mm-hmm.
Arizona.
Okay.
So that
So,
does it. Let me open up John's picks real quick. All right, he took the Bengals, the
mm-hmm,
Bills, the
mm-hmm.
Chiefs, the Rams, the
The
49ers, and the Bucks.
okay. Okay. So we're in disagreement 2 games there with him.
Yep. So he has alone games, which
Mm-hmm.
concerns me for the standings
Yeah,
because if one split goes his way, we are tied.
yeah. That's would be a disaster if that happens.
I mean, it is going to keep things really interesting because we also have the divisional coming up and then we have conference coming up before the
Yeah.
big games. So it's
Mm-hmm.
going to be a very interesting end of the season.
True.
I'm looking forward to next year for sure. So
Yeah.
any final words before we head on out of here?
Uh, obviously, my Super Bowl picks there what was flat there because I picked the Ravens, and unfortunately they're out.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
and I
if you would
picked
like to amend that and choose from the wild card picks, you may.
okay. Yeah, so I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs there and be the AFC representative there. And I know I said the Bucks in the NFC, but I'm going to flip flop that, and I'm going with Aaron Rodgers and the Packers to be the NFC
We would
representative.
finally get our State Farm Bowl.
Yeah.
That I could see that happening. I don't want it to, for obvious reasons, but I could see that happening. My picks in the beginning of the year, I believe, were Buffalo and Tampa.
Yeah.
I'm very tempted to keep those in because I believe that Tampa can beat Green Bay. They've done it before.
Okay.
Um, so I think I'm just going to leave my picks as they are.
Okay. So you're not going to go Tennessee Titans there, obviously.
I don't know. I'm tempted to, but they're very sporadic in their production. So
Yeah.
as much as I love Derrick Henry, and I think that this injury and recovery and all that stuff is going to be great because he's coming back fresh, and people haven't been used to facing him, so he could just bowl over literally everybody again.
Mhm.
But I I don't know that as an overall team, they really have all the pieces that they need to make it far, and the AFC is so jam packed with talent.
Yeah.
But I will say that if they do, you will have a very happy joy on your hands because I would
Mhm.
love nothing more than Derrick Henry to finally get a big win on top of all the other
Yeah.
accolades that he has. But
Mhm.
for the sake of not changing my picks from before, I'll keep it all fair, and I will just stay
Yeah.
with the Bills Bucks. And
Okay.
I think I said Bucks to repeat, so that's what I'm sticking
Yeah.
by, and I'm hoping that Brady can muster something up.
Yeah. And
Ooh,
obviously going forward without cuckoo bananas there.
yes, honestly. And here's the thing too. I want them to win the big one just to show him that he wasn't important.
Sure.
Because they can win with Brashard Perriman.
Mm-hmm.
They can win with Godwin, who's not playing now, I know. But they can win
Yeah.
with Evans. They don't need you and all of
Mm-hmm.
your devaliciousness that you've got going on. They don't need you.
After
So
this, no team would want him.
exactly, no team needs you. You're a problem player. You
Yeah.
always have been, and this just helps
I
prove
don't.
it.
I don't think any Canadian football team would take him there.
It's
That's the
it's it's
case.
so much drama. I mean, especially up there. They're so nice. They're really good people.
Yeah.
They don't need to be bringing this across the border. I
No.
think
No.
I can picture him doing like a WWE stint
Yeah.
or something, like going to WrestleMania and do some
Yeah.
kind of a
Yeah.
cost somebody a title or something
Yeah.
stupid like that.
Yeah. Or he can just go to the newly formed USFL there and maybe play a game there.
Even then, I don't think the man needs to be in football. I think it's too much for his psyche to handle right now. Go do what every other fallen wide receiver has done and just go on Dancing with the Stars or something.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean,
Or go on the Masked Singer.
I would not. I was gonna say I would love to see that, but I would actually not. That would be horrible.
Yeah.
I don't think he has the chops.
No.
And he's enough of an embarrassment in his own field, let alone trying to go somewhere else. But anyway, we said before we weren't going to talk about this, and here we are lying about the whole Cocoa Puffs. So we will end this one here. Go ahead and leave your thoughts down below on everything. And check out the links for my aforementioned Discord server, my link to Twitter to follow me there for more updates and connections and whatnots. And we will catch you next time
Mm-hmm.
for more of the NFL predictions versus as we enter the divisional round.